Hey everyone, I'm Frank. Today, we're diving into the world of oil. So why do we call it oil? Well, it was first found seeping out of rocks as this black sticky liquid, hence the name rock oil or petroleum. Humans discovered it as far back as 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, which is modern-day Iraq. Back then, they didn't know exactly what it was, but they already figured out it could stick stones together and waterproof boats. Even in the Bible, the bricks used for the Tower of Babel were mixed with bitumen. Yep, that's oil. So humans have been using oil almost as long as civilization itself. Now, people knew oil could burn, but for a long time it wasn't practical to use it on a large scale. That all changed just over 100 years ago. The Industrial Revolution had everyone needing more energy. Cars and airplanes became common, and then World War I happened. Suddenly, oil wasn't just useful, it was essential. A lot of people think oil is just fuel, but it's way more than that. Plastics, clothing, fibers, medicine, cosmetics, tires, rubber, you name it, oil's involved. Once it's pulled from the ground, it goes through distillation, separating it into layers. Top layer is gas for your stove or lighter, gasoline for cars, naphtha for plastics, fibers, and medicines, kerosene for airplanes, diesel for trucks, buses, and generators, heavy oil for big ships and industrial boilers, lubricants for factory machines, wax for candles and waterproofing asphalt, for roads and waterproofing. Basically, nothing goes to waste. From our daily lives to massive industrial production, oil's everywhere. And because it's so essential, countries fight over it constantly. When the U.S. and Iran have tensions, global prices spike because almost everything depends on oil. But oil isn't evenly spread across the globe. Most countries have little to none, or it's hard to extract. The Middle East has high-quality oil, but the biggest reserves, Venezuela, has 17% of the world's oil. Saudi Arabia, 15%. Iran, 12%. And thanks to technology, extraction's getting better and better. The U.S., for example, uses hydraulic fracturing to get oil that was once impossible to reach, so don't worry too much. Oil isn't disappearing anytime soon. So what exactly is oil? The mainstream view is that it comes from ancient life, mostly algae and microorganisms in the ocean. Their remains settled on oxygen-poor seabeds, and over millions of years, pressure and heat turned them into oil. With more time, it can even become natural gas. That's why most oil fields are in organic, rich, sedimentary rocks. There's also the inorganic theory, which says oil can form deep in the earth through chemical reactions. Fewer people believe it, but it suggests oil could be almost endless. A good example is Vietnam's White Tiger oil field, found in granite, something the biological theory struggles to explain. Oil is amazing, but it's not perfect. Burning it produces CO2, nitrogen oxides, and tiny particles. Hello. Global warming and smog. Spills pollute oceans and kill wildlife, and it fuels geopolitical conflicts and even wars. Synthetic oil has been around for over a century. Germany during World War II turned coal into oil to power tanks and planes. Today, coal, natural gas, and even biomass can be turned into synthetic oil. It's cleaner and more consistent than natural oil, but it's expensive and energy intensive, so mostly it's used as a strategic reserve. Replacing oil is tough. Its many roles, fuel, electricity, plastics, cosmetics, medicine, each need a different substitute. Renewable energies gradually taking over cars and power plants, but aviation fuel and plastics still really hard to replace. In short, oil's everywhere, but it's non-renewable, polluting, and politically sensitive. The future depends on cleaner, more efficient alternatives to make our lives greener and maybe even more peaceful. All right, that's it for today's oil deep dive. Catch you next time. Bye.